everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Bringing it out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Clemson's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Back to throw, it's Collins. He's got his man. Tackled immediately after the catch.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Haynes. At the 45 on his way. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
They're trying to get to it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum.
Fires into traffic. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes one. That pass is incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The give to the tailback.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. It's good.
That makes the score LSU 7, Clemson 3.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him, and nobody's close. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on.
He's got it down the left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. He is flat slinging it. Tigers hope they can put together an offense like that Deshaun Watson-led group in 2015 that went for over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, and he was so hard to stick. He was fun to watch, and you watch him scramble around, make plays with his legs. And this offense, it's kind of evolved over the years, and they've changed, but it's pretty much the same. They're going to feature their quarterback. They're going to throw the football, and he's usually a dang stud.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
He's looking to throw it. Makes his connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Gain of 15. And that's a first down for the offense.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
LSU 14, Clemson 3.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to the back.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 4.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go right back to him. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Sam Houston. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Parker. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. After that last completion, it's second down. The give on the counter. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Lost one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Here he goes breaking the pocket. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
The run from the shotgun. Jukes his way for more. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
LSU 14, Clemson 10.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed over the middle, it's Dixon. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory. We're going to kick it.
Setting up the screen. Oh, it's picked. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd down, going up top. Sends it downfield. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw. It's Collins. He's right on target.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen.
Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Poor mechanics by the quarterback lead to that fumble. You've got to keep 2 hands on the ball. You know those D linemen are trying to swat away at it, and they were able to force that turnover.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Dropping back, it's Collins. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team has put everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense
trying to beat the D deep. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. The give to the back. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Death Valley than you? A captivating game so far. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting...
And it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Caught near the sticks. It's Haynes. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Getting set for the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Kentucky delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Bluegrass country for some time. And if this team's not careful, they could have themselves a football program there in Lexington. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
To the air, it's Collins. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. At the 35, he's open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Durham. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Power football with the run. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Parker. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long. And they fake. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Is a turnover on down.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's now 2nd and goal.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through.
Touchdown, Tigers! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Number 16.
What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably assessing that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. LSU right back to the line. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well-earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. And be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Third down coming up.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Between the uprights, it's good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. He's going to pass. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Now on 2nd down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the in.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Watkins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw it again. Working that left side. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Stumbled to the ground. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Collins. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams in the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy.
He wants to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 35.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Clemson is quick to the line. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. A touchdown here on 3rd. Touchdown, Clemson! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. On the option, the pitch. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Motion from the offense. The give on 4th down. Smashes through. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Still looking on the move. It's caught. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the 1st down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it. So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Clemson.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot.
Clemson, 35. LSU, 34.
Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has